Chapter 1: The Ancient Wisdom of Seasonal Eating. For thousands of years, humans lived in a rhythm dictated not by clocks, grocery stores, or delivery apps, but by the land and the seasons. Our ancestors' survival depended on knowing what the earth would provide at any given time. In spring, people gathered tender greens, wild herbs, and early berries. In summer, orchards and gardens overflowed with juicy fruits and vegetables. Autumn brought grains, root vegetables, and nuts for storing. Winter, the harshest season, forced humans to rely on preserved foods, fermented vegetables, dried legumes, and salted or smoked meats. This wasn't a lifestyle choice or a wellness trend, it was the only way to live. And because of this deep connection to nature's cycles, humans evolved in synergy with these patterns. Our digestive systems, hormones, and immune defenses became finely tuned to the foods available in different seasons. Traditional medical systems noticed this long before modern nutrition science. Ayurveda, developed in India over 3,000 years ago, describes food as medicine and prescribes diets according to the seasons, known as Ritacharya. For example, Ayurveda recommends cooling foods like cucumbers and melons in summer to balance excess heat, pitta energy, and warming foods like soups, ghee, and spices in winter to balance cold and sluggishness, kapha energy. Traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, links each season to an element, an organ system, and certain foods. For example, spring is associated with the liver and gallbladder, making bitter greens ideal. Autumn is linked to the lungs, so pears and warming spices are emphasized to moisten and protect them. These weren't random cultural ideas, they were based on observation of patterns in health, mood, and energy that repeated year after year. Fast forward to today, modern science confirms what ancient healers already knew. Your body's biology changes with the seasons. Hormones like melatonin, cortisol, and serotonin fluctuate with daylight hours. The gut microbiome shows seasonal diversity, with different bacteria thriving depending on available foods. Even the immune system cycles, becoming more active during winter when infections are more common. So when you crave watermelon in the heat of July or a hearty stew in January, that's not random, it's your biology aligning with what nature designed you to eat. Seasonal eating, then, is not about nostalgia or romanticizing the past. It is a biological necessity that modern living has obscured. By rediscovering it, we can reduce inflammation, balance energy, and align our bodies with the wisdom of nature. Chapter 2: The Science of Seasonal Cravings. Most of us have experienced it, the irresistible pull toward ice cream on a hot July afternoon, or the sudden need for hot chocolate when snow falls outside. But cravings are not just psychological, they are rooted in deep biology. 1. Hormonal shifts with light and darkness. The length of the day profoundly impacts your hormones. During the bright, long days of summer, your body produces more serotonin, the neurotransmitter that regulates mood, appetite, and energy. High serotonin makes you crave light, refreshing, and hydrating foods, think salads, fruits, and smoothies. In contrast, the short, dark days of winter lower serotonin levels. To compensate, your body nudges you toward carbohydrate-rich foods like bread, pasta, or potatoes, which temporarily boost serotonin production. That's why comfort foods are so appealing when it's cold and dark outside. 2. Temperature and energy needs. Hot weather naturally decreases appetite for heavy, slow-digesting meals. Your body doesn't want to waste energy generating internal heat when the environment is already hot. Instead, you crave high water content foods like cucumbers, citrus, and watermelon, which cool you down and keep you hydrated. In winter, the opposite happens. The body craves denser, warming foods like stews, fatty fish, nuts, and root vegetables, which provide sustained energy and generate warmth. 3. Gut microbiome cycles. Recent research has revealed that your gut microbiome changes by season. In summer, gut bacteria thrive on fresh fibers and polyphenols from fruits, vegetables, and herbs. In winter, the microbiome adapts to higher starch and fermented food intake, such as legumes, potatoes, or sauerkraut. This microbial adaptability supports immune function year-round. For immune demands. In colder months, your immune system works overtime to fight off infections. This explains cravings for foods high in vitamin C, like citrus, zinc, like pumpkin seeds, and warming spices with antimicrobial properties, like garlic and ginger. In spring, your body focuses on detoxification and renewal, making bitter greens like dandelion or arugula especially appealing. 5. Ignoring seasonal signals. In the modern world, we can buy strawberries in December or pumpkins in June. But eating out of sync with the seasons can confuse your body. Instead of working with nature's cycles, your digestion and metabolism may feel off. This can contribute to fatigue, digestive discomfort, and even inflammation. In essence, cravings are not a sign of weakness, they're your body's communication system, guiding you toward the foods that will help it thrive in that environment. Chapter 3: Spring, Renewal, Detox, and Lightness. Spring is a season of awakening. The snow melts, flowers bloom, and everything feels fresh and alive. Your body mirrors this cycle. After months of heavy, warming foods in winter, your digestion often feels sluggish, and your energy may feel heavy. This is why spring naturally triggers cravings for fresh, crisp, and detoxifying foods. Typical cravings in spring: crisp salads with fresh greens and vegetables. Leafy greens like spinach, arugula, kale, Swiss chard. Bitter herbs like dandelion greens, parsley, cilantro. Spring vegetables such as asparagus, peas, radishes, artichokes. Citrus fruits for lightness and vitamin C boost. Why your body craves these foods. Detoxification support. Chlorophyll-rich greens, like spinach or kale, help the liver flush out toxins accumulated from winter's heavier meals. Bitter herbs like dandelion and parsley stimulate bile flow, aiding digestion and cleansing. Reducing mucus and congestion. Winter often leaves the body with extra mucus, making you feel sluggish. Bitter and slightly sour foods cut through this heaviness, helping you breathe easier and feel lighter. Energy and vitality. Spring foods are rich in vitamins A, C, and K, along with antioxidants that reduce inflammation and support immunity. They provide the exact nutrients your body needs to handle seasonal allergy triggers and shifting temperatures. Digestive reset. The fiber in fresh greens and vegetables wakes up the gut after a season dominated by cooked, starchy foods. This stimulates the microbiome to diversify again, strengthening digestion and immunity. Modern science connection. Studies show that diets high in leafy greens improve insulin sensitivity, regulate blood sugar, and lower inflammation. Asparagus contains natural prebiotics, feeding beneficial gut bacteria. Radishes and spring onions contain compounds that support liver detoxification pathways. Best spring practices for seasonal eating. Transition gradually, replace heavy winter stews with lighter soups and raw salads. Drink plenty of water to flush the system as temperatures rise. Use fresh herbs liberally, not just for flavor, but for their medicinal detox properties. Experiment with lightly steamed vegetables to retain both fiber and antioxidants. Spring eating is like spring cleaning for your body. It clears out stagnation, revives energy, and prepares you for the activity and brightness of summer. Chapter 4: Summer, Hydration, Cooling, and Vitality. Summer is the season of energy, expansion, and activity. Days are long, the sun is intense, and people tend to spend more time outdoors, whether gardening, swimming, hiking, or traveling. With higher activity levels and warmer temperatures, your body's needs shift dramatically compared to the cool months of spring and the heavier demands of winter. Your body naturally craves foods that are hydrating, cooling, and antioxidant-rich, helping it maintain fluid balance, regulate temperature, and protect cells from sun-induced oxidative stress. Typical summer cravings. Juicy fruits. Watermelon, peaches, nectarines, citrus, mangoes, and berries. Hydrating vegetables, cucumbers, tomatoes, zucchini, bell peppers, lettuce. Cooling herbs, mint, basil, cilantro, dill. Light proteins, grilled fish, legumes, tofu, or light poultry. Refreshing beverages, coconut water, herbal iced teas, fruit-infused water. Why your body craves these in summer? Hydration needs. The human body loses significant amounts of fluids through sweat in hot weather. Water-rich foods like watermelon, 92% water, cucumbers, 96% water, and oranges not only rehydrate but also supply electrolytes like potassium and magnesium, preventing dehydration, fatigue, and muscle cramps. Electrolyte balance. Sweating depletes essential minerals. Potassium from melons and bananas, magnesium from leafy greens, and natural sodium from celery help maintain fluid balance and nerve function without the need for sugary sports drinks. Antioxidant protection from the sun. Exposure to ultraviolet, UV, rays generates free radicals, which can damage skin and accelerate aging. Summer produce, berries, tomatoes, and colorful peppers are rich in antioxidants like vitamin C, lycopene, and anthocyanins. These protect skin, reduce oxidative stress, and support DNA repair. Lighter digestion. In warm weather, the digestive system works best with lighter, easier to digest meals. That's why heavy stews or fried foods feel uncomfortable in the heat. Summer cravings naturally lean toward salads, fruit bowls, and grilled dishes that don't overburden digestion. Modern science connection. Watermelon contains citrulline, an amino acid that improves circulation and has been shown to reduce muscle soreness after exercise. Tomatoes are rich in lycopene, which protects skin against sunburn and reduces cardiovascular risk. Berries contain anthocyanins that lower inflammation, protect vision from UV damage, and improve memory. Cucumber extract has been studied for its hydrating and skin-soothing properties, supporting both internal and external wellness. Best summer practices for eating with the season. Prioritize raw, lightly cooked, or grilled meals to maximize hydration and preserve nutrients. Make infused waters with cucumber, lemon, mint, or berries to encourage hydration without excess sugar. Limit caffeine and alcohol, as both dehydrate and add stress to the liver in high heat. Emphasize seasonal fruits instead of processed sweets. Nature's desserts are perfectly timed for summer energy. Incorporate cold soups like gazpacho, cucumber yogurt soup, or chilled beet soup for hydration and light nourishment. Summer is the season to celebrate abundance, bright colors, crisp textures, and hydrating foods that fuel vitality and protect your body during the hottest time of year. Chapter 5: Autumn, Grounding, Immunity, and Transition. Autumn is the bridge between the high-energy brightness of summer and the stillness of winter. It's a season of transition. Days grow shorter, temperatures cool, and nature shifts from vibrant green to earthy tones of orange, yellow, and brown. For the human body, autumn is about preparing for winter by grounding, strengthening immunity, and conserving energy. Typical autumn cravings. Root vegetables, carrots, beets, sweet potatoes, turnips, parsnips. Seasonal fruits, apples, pears, persimmons, figs, grapes. Warming spices, cinnamon, ginger, turmeric, cardamom, nutmeg. Hearty grains, oats, barley, millet, quinoa, brown rice. Nuts and seeds, walnuts, pecans, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. Why your body craves these in autumn? Grounding and stability. Root vegetables grow underground, absorbing minerals and storing energy as starch. Eating them provides slow-releasing glucose, keeping blood sugar steady and energy stable as daylight shortens and temperatures drop. Immune system boost. Autumn is the beginning of cold and flu season. Apples and pears contain soluble fiber, pectin, which feeds beneficial gut bacteria, strengthening immune defenses. Grapes and figs are rich in polyphenols that protect against oxidative stress. Warming spices. Cinnamon, ginger, turmeric, and cardamom don't just taste comforting, they improve circulation, enhance digestion, and reduce inflammation. They help the body adjust to colder, drier air. Preparing for winter. By increasing intake of hearty grains, nuts, and slightly denser meals, your body naturally builds reserves of energy and nutrients for the colder, less abundant months ahead. Modern science connection. Carotenoids in orange vegetables, like beta-carotene in carrots and sweet potatoes, support eye health, immunity, and skin resilience. Cinnamon helps regulate blood sugar, making it ideal as holiday treats and richer foods enter the diet. Ginger has antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory effects, supporting digestion and preventing seasonal infections. Pumpkin seeds are rich in zinc, an essential mineral for immune function. Best autumn practices for eating with the season. Transition away from cold salads to warm, cooked meals like roasted vegetables and hearty soups. Use seasonal fruits, apples, pears, persimmons, in baked goods, porridges, or savory pairings. Embrace slow-cooked methods like roasting, braising, or baking for deeper nourishment. Add immune-boosting teas with ginger, cinnamon, or turmeric to daily routines. Balance heavier meals with fiber-rich foods to maintain digestive health as metabolism shifts. Autumn is the season of preparation and grounding, a time to strengthen the immune system, conserve energy, and find balance as the world slows down. Chapter 6: Winter, Warmth, Energy, and Resilience. Winter is a season of stillness, rest, and conservation. Nature withdraws, trees are bare, animals hibernate, and sunlight hours are minimal. For humans, winter historically meant survival, finding warmth, conserving calories, and protecting against illness. Today, our needs remain similar. Winter requires nourishing, calorie-dense, and warming foods that provide resilience and support immunity during the cold, dark months. Typical winter cravings. Hearty stews and soups made from legumes, root vegetables, and grains. Fatty fish, salmon, sardines, mackerel, and grass-fed meats for omega-3s and protein. Fermented foods, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, kefir. Warming drinks, herbal teas, bone broth, golden milk with turmeric. Spices, cloves, nutmeg, black pepper, star anise, cardamom. Why your body craves these in winter. Insulation and energy. Colder weather increases caloric demands. Dense, warming foods rich in protein and fat, like stews or roasted meats, provide long-lasting energy and help maintain body temperature. Immune resilience. Winter is peak season for colds and flu. Fermented foods support the gut microbiome, the foundation of immune health. Garlic, onions, and ginger provide antimicrobial protection. Comfort and emotional warmth. Short days and long nights often trigger seasonal affective disorder, SAD. Comfort foods rich in complex carbohydrates help boost serotonin, while spices like nutmeg and cardamom lift mood naturally. Vitamin D and nutrient needs. With limited sunlight, vitamin D deficiency becomes common. Fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified foods help restore balance, reducing risk of depression and immune weakness. Modern science connection. Probiotics from fermented foods reduce respiratory infections and strengthen immunity. Vitamin D plays a crucial role in bone health, mood regulation, and cardiovascular protection. Polyphenols in warming spices like cloves and nutmeg protect against oxidative stress. Collagen and amino acids from bone broth support joint health, gut lining integrity, and recovery during colder months. Best winter practices for eating with the season. Focus on slow-cooked, warming dishes like soups, stews, and casseroles. Use healthy fats such as olive oil, ghee, avocado oil, or fatty fish. Add fermented foods daily to strengthen gut and immune defenses. Make spiced teas and warm drinks part of your routine to support mood and circulation. Get outside during daylight for natural light exposure to support circadian rhythm and vitamin D synthesis. Winter eating is about resilience, warmth, and nourishment. By aligning your meals with the season, you support not only your physical immunity but also emotional balance during the darkest months of the year. Chapter 7. Seasonal eating and your circadian rhythm. Most people think seasonal eating is only about what grows during certain times of year or what keeps us warm or cool depending on the weather. But the truth goes much deeper. Seasonal eating is intimately tied to light cycles, circadian rhythm, and the natural fluctuations of hormones and metabolism. Our circadian rhythm, often called the body clock, regulates everything from sleep and digestion to hormone secretion and energy levels. When you eat in harmony with both daylight length and seasonal cycles, you strengthen your metabolism and overall resilience. Summer, long days, fast metabolism. During summer, the body is naturally more active. Sunlight increases serotonin and vitamin D production, boosting energy and mood. Melatonin levels are lower because of the extended daylight, meaning people stay awake longer and burn more calories. This is why your body craves lighter foods, salads, fruits, smoothies that digest quickly and match higher activity levels. Hydrating foods like cucumbers and melons to replace fluids lost through sweat. Antioxidant-rich produce, berries, tomatoes, herbs to repair UV damage. Eating heavy, fatty, or overly processed meals in summer can feel sluggish because it works against your natural circadian state. Winter, short days, slow metabolism. In winter, the opposite occurs. Shorter days mean more melatonin and less serotonin. The body tends toward rest and conservation of energy. Your metabolism slows, and digestion naturally takes longer. This is why you crave denser, warming meals like stews, whole grains, and root vegetables. Fermented foods, kimchi, sauerkraut, miso, that strengthen immunity. Higher fats and proteins to provide warmth and fuel during cold months. Eating light, summery meals in the depth of winter can leave you unsatisfied and prone to nutrient deficiencies. Spring and autumn, transitional seasons. These in-between times require a more flexible approach. Spring, the body shifts from heavy winter foods toward lighter, detoxifying greens. Digestion becomes more active, and cravings for bitter or fresh flavors appear. Autumn, the body prepares for winter with grounding foods, squash, pumpkins, grains, while still benefiting from the lighter produce of late summer. Modern science connection. Recent circadian biology research shows eating in alignment with light exposure improves insulin sensitivity and prevents weight gain. Time-restricted eating, eating during daylight hours, supports metabolism and reduces inflammation. Seasonal variations in vitamin D, melatonin, and serotonin directly affect cravings and nutrient needs. Key takeaway: when you eat a summer fruit in winter, or heavy stew in midsummer, you're not just mismatching flavors, you're working against your biological rhythm. Over time, this leads to sluggishness, poor sleep, cravings, and even metabolic imbalances. Seasonal eating, then, is more than tradition, it's the natural synchronization of food, light, and biology. Chapter 8: Seasonal Superfoods Around the World. Across cultures and continents, humans developed seasonal eating traditions not just because of availability, but because certain foods were uniquely suited to protect health in each season. Today, these foods are often celebrated as superfoods. Japan. Spring, sakura, cherry blossoms are symbolic, but spring foods include bamboo shoots and fresh greens that aid detoxification. Summer, edamame and cold soba noodles provide protein and energy without heaviness. Autumn, matsutake mushrooms, chestnuts, persimmon support immunity and grounding. Winter, miso soup, root vegetables, fermented pickles warm the body and strengthen gut health. Mediterranean. Spring, artichokes and fresh herbs stimulate liver detox. Summer, tomatoes, cucumbers, olives, and figs cool and hydrate. Autumn, grapes, figs, pomegranates provide antioxidants before winter. Winter, legumes, lentils, olive oil, and hearty grains offer warmth and steady energy. Nordic countries. Summer, berries, lingonberries, cloudberries, blueberries, packed with antioxidants to counteract long sun exposure. Autumn, rye bread. Root vegetables, cabbages for grounding. Winter, preserved fish, pickled herring, smoked salmon, fermented dairy provide nutrients and probiotics. Spring, wild herbs, nettles, ramps cleanse the system after winter. Lessons from global traditions. Summer foods are almost always hydrating, colorful, antioxidant-rich. Winter foods are fermented, dense, and warming. Spring foods focus on detoxification and renewal. Autumn foods emphasize grounding and immune strength. These aren't coincidences. They are evolutionary adaptations, nature providing exactly what humans need to survive and thrive. Chapter 9: The Modern Challenge and How to Adapt. Today, the global food system has blurred seasonal boundaries. You can buy strawberries in January, mangoes in December, and pumpkins in May. While convenient, this comes with consequences. Problems with ignoring seasons. Reduced nutrient density. Out-of-season foods are often picked early and shipped long distances. By the time they reach your plate, they've lost much of their nutrient content compared to freshly harvested seasonal produce. Microbiome limitation. Seasonal rotation provides variety, feeding diverse gut bacteria. Eating the same foods year-round limits microbiome diversity, weakening immunity and digestion. Confused body rhythms. Your body expects warming, dense foods in winter, not strawberries or tropical mangoes. Ignoring these rhythms may lead to poor digestion, cravings, or energy crashes. Environmental cost. Shipping foods across continents requires fuel, refrigeration, and packaging, increasing environmental impact. How to adapt in a modern world. Shop at local farmers' markets. Seasonal produce tastes better, costs less, and supports local growers. Join a CSA, community-supported agriculture. Weekly boxes ensure you eat what's in season. Use seasonality guides. Apps and charts can help you identify seasonal produce in your area. Balance imported foods. Enjoy them occasionally, but make local, seasonal foods the foundation of your diet. Cook with creativity. Let seasonal produce inspire recipes: pumpkin soups in autumn, citrus salads in winter, berry bowls in summer. Practical example. Instead of strawberries in January, try baked apples with cinnamon. Instead of watermelon in December, try roasted squash soup. Instead of forcing tropical papaya in winter, enjoy fermented sauerkraut for gut health. Adapting doesn't mean restricting. It means aligning your meals with what your body, biology, and environment need most. Chapter 10: Thriving year-round with seasonal eating. Seasonal eating isn't about rules or deprivation, it's about creating harmony between your plate, your body, and the Earth's rhythms. Key seasonal takeaways. Spring equals lightness and renewal. Leafy greens, sprouts, and fresh herbs detoxify and energize. Summer equals hydration and protection. Fruits, cucumbers, and antioxidant-rich vegetables cool and protect from sun. Autumn equals grounding and immunity. Roots, squashes, grains, and warming spices stabilize and strengthen. Winter equals nourishment and resilience. Stews, fermented foods, fatty fish, and warming drinks provide warmth and immunity. Benefits of seasonal eating. Metabolism, food matches the body's needs, improving digestion and energy. Immunity, seasonal nutrients strengthen defenses exactly when needed. Mood and mental health, serotonin and melatonin balance improves with light food alignment. Longevity, eating in sync with natural cycles reduces inflammation and supports healthy aging. Sustainability, seasonal, local eating reduces environmental impact. A lifestyle, not a diet. The beauty of seasonal eating is its flexibility. There are no strict rules, only rhythms. You don't have to give up your favorite foods forever. Instead, prioritize what's in season and enjoy out-of-season foods in moderation. And perhaps the greatest benefit? Flavor. A sun-ripened strawberry in June tastes infinitely sweeter than one in December. A warm pumpkin soup in October comforts in a way it never could in July. Your body knows the difference. Nature knows the difference. And when you align with these rhythms, your reward is health, vitality, and balance year-round.